A vacation turned nightmare, the disappearance of Madeleine McCann. It was a story that sent chills down the spines of parents worldwide. A story of a young child vanished without a trace. It was a beautiful May evening in 2007. The sun was setting over the picturesque resort town of Praia da Luz in Portugal. Families were enjoying their holidays, the air thick with the scent of sunscreen and salt water. But for the McCann family, their world was about to be turned upside down. Madeleine McCann, a bright-eyed 3-year-old with a contagious smile, was on vacation with her family. She was last seen sleeping peacefully in her bed, her parents enjoying dinner with friends just a short walk away. When they returned to check on Madeleine and her younger twin siblings, the unthinkable had happened. Madeleine was gone. The door was slightly ajar. The window was open. There was no sign of forced entry, no sign of a struggle. It was as if she had simply vanished into thin air. The disappearance of Madeleine McCann sent shockwaves across the globe. It became one of the most high-profile missing child cases in history. The world watched, waited and prayed for her safe return. But as days turned into weeks, weeks into months and months into years, the hope began to dwindle. The mystery deepened. What happened to Madeleine McCann on that warm spring night? Where did she go? And who, if anyone, was responsible for her disappearance? The McCanns, a seemingly ordinary family from Leicestershire, England, had been looking forward to their holiday in Portugal. Jerry and Kate McCann, both doctors, were enjoying a much-needed break with their 3 young children. They were staying with friends in a ground-floor apartment in a resort complex. It seemed like the perfect family getaway. On the evening of May 3rd, the McCanns decided to have dinner with their friends at a tapas restaurant within the resort. The restaurant was a short walk from their apartment. They put their children to bed, Madeleine and her 2-year-old twin siblings, and took turns checking on them throughout the evening. At around 9:05 p.m, Kate went to check on the children. She found the twins sleeping soundly. However, Madeleine's bed was empty. The shutters were open and the window was wide open. Panic surged through Kate. She frantically searched the apartment, her heart pounding in her chest. She ran back to the restaurant, her voice trembling as she cried out, "Madeleine is gone! Someone's taken her!" The idyllic atmosphere of the resort was shattered. The carefree vacation mood evaporated, replaced by a chilling sense of dread. The search for Madeleine began. Chaos erupted in the wake of Madeleine's disappearance. The small resort town of Praia da Luz was turned upside down as hundreds of volunteers joined the search. Local police, initially slow to respond, were soon under immense pressure to find the missing child. The world's media descended upon the Algarve, broadcasting every development in the case. Early theories focused on the possibility of a burglary gone wrong. The McCann's apartment, located on the ground floor, seemed vulnerable. However, nothing was reported stolen. Some investigators considered the possibility of a kidnapping by an opportunistic predator. Had someone been watching the family? As the investigation progressed, Portuguese police came under fire for their handling of the case. Criticism was leveled at their methods, including the alleged contamination of the crime scene. The language barrier and cultural differences further complicated the investigation. Tensions ran high as the world waited for answers. Despite the massive search efforts and intense media scrutiny, the trail went cold. Weeks turned into months, and still there was no sign of Madeleine. The lack of concrete evidence only fueled speculation and conspiracy theories. The mystery of Madeleine McCann continued to baffle investigators and captivate the world. Section 4. A maze of theories, whispers and speculation in Praia da Luz. In the absence of concrete evidence, a whirlwind of theories and speculations swirled around Madeleine's disappearance. Some theories pointed to a planned abduction. Was Madeleine targeted by a child trafficking ring, or was she kidnapped for a ransom that was never demanded? Others suggested a more sinister motive. Could someone with a personal grudge against the McCanns be responsible? The lack of answers only fueled the rumor mill. Every detail of the McCanns' lives was scrutinized, dissected and debated in the court of public opinion. Some theories focused on the possibility that Madeleine had wandered off on her own. Perhaps she'd woken up and, disoriented and scared, left the apartment. The area surrounding the resort was rugged and unforgiving. Could she have become lost or succumbed to the elements? As the years passed, new leads emerged, each one offering a flicker of hope, only to be extinguished by dead ends. The case became a tangled web of speculation and conjecture. The truth, it seemed, remained just out of reach. Section 5. The elusive Bruckner, prime suspect, in the McCann case. In 2020, a significant breakthrough emerged in the case. German prosecutors named Christian Bruckner, a convicted sex offender, as a suspect in Madeleine's disappearance. Bruckner, known to have lived in the Algarve region around the time Madeleine vanished, quickly became the focus of the investigation. Bruckner had a history of burglary and sexual offences against children. He had also been linked to a camper van that was seen in Praia da Luz around the time of Madeleine's disappearance. Could this be the missing piece of the puzzle? Despite naming Bruckner as a suspect, German authorities stated they did not have sufficient evidence to charge him with Madeleine's disappearance. The investigation continued, with authorities appealing for witnesses and information that could link Bruckner to the crime. Bruckner remained in prison, serving a sentence for other offences. He denied any involvement in Madeleine's disappearance. However, the evidence against him continued to mount. Phone records placed him in Praia da Luz on the night Madeleine vanished, and witnesses claimed to have seen him acting suspiciously around the time of the disappearance. Section 6. A media circus, public scrutiny and shifting opinions. The disappearance of Madeleine McCann captivated the world's attention like few other missing person cases. The media frenzy surrounding the case was relentless. Every detail, no matter how small or insignificant, was dissected and debated. The McCanns' lives were turned upside down as they became the subject of intense media scrutiny. Initially, the McCanns garnered immense sympathy and support from the public. However, as the investigation faltered, public opinion began to shift. Some questioned the McCanns' actions on the night of Madeleine's disappearance. Why were they dining with friends while their children were asleep? Why had they left the apartment door unlocked? The media, eager for a new angle on the story, amplified these doubts and suspicions. The McCanns found themselves at the centre of a media storm, accused of negligence and even complicity in their daughter's disappearance. The pressure was immense. The Portuguese police, facing criticism for their handling of the investigation, fueled the flames of suspicion by publicly naming Jerry and Kate McCann as arguidos, formal suspects, in their daughter's disappearance. Although their arguido status was later lifted, the damage was done. Section 7. The unending ordeal. The McCanns' fight for truth and justice. Throughout the ordeal, Jerry and Kate McCann remained steadfast in their belief that Madeleine was still alive. They launched a tireless campaign to find their daughter, setting up a foundation in her name and raising millions of pounds to fund the search. The McCanns travelled the world, appealing for information and keeping Madeleine's case in the public eye. They endured relentless media scrutiny, unfounded accusations, and the agonizing pain of not knowing their daughter's fate. Despite the setbacks and the heartbreak, the McCanns never gave up hope. They continued to work closely with investigators, determined to uncover the truth about what happened to their daughter. Their resilience and unwavering love for Madeleine became a beacon of hope for families of missing children around the world. The McCanns' ordeal is a testament to the enduring power of love and the unwavering determination of parents fighting for their children. Their story is a stark reminder of the human cost of such tragedies and the importance of never giving up hope.